Hello and welcome to the News at 7, where we get to the heart of the day's stories and communities across Scotland. Tonight, jail for a Romanian grooming gang. We will, of course, have all the sport with Lewis. What have you got for us tonight, Lewis? And we will hear from both sides of the argument as beavers are released into the wild in the North West Highlands. Hello, I'm Amy Irons and welcome to the News at 7. A gang who groomed and sexually exploited 10 vulnerable women in Dundee have been jailed today. The victims, aged between 16 and 30, were given alcohol and drugs, including crack cocaine. Some of the women were trafficked into prostitution in brothels across the city. The 4 men and 1 woman jailed are from Romania. Judge Lord Scott praised the courage of victims in coming forward to report the crimes. Alexandra Mackenzie has more and just a warning that you may find some parts of this report distressing. Alexandra Mackenzie reporting for us there. Well, our reporter Graham Ogston spoke to Jenna Lawrence from Dundee Women's Hub about the sentencing of the gang. Billions of pounds of taxpayers' money has been squandered on asylum accommodation, according to a committee of Westminster MPs. It found that flawed contracts and incompetent delivery left the Home Office unable to cope with a surge in demand and relying on hotels as go-to solutions. The UK government says it's committed to ending the use of hotels by 2029. The committee also heard evidence that Glasgow is housing around 4 times as many asylum seekers as it should do under UK government plans. Our Westminster correspondent, Paris Gourtsianis, has been speaking to one of the Scottish MPs on the committee, Labour's Joni Reid. Let's get a roundup then of some of the stories making the BBC News app in Scotland today. And energy services firm Petrofac, which employs about 2,000 people in Scotland, has filed for administration. The company says its North Sea business would continue to operate as normal. The body of a man who went overboard from the Gourock to Dunoon ferry 4 months ago has been found on an Argyll beach. There aren't thought to be any suspicious circumstances. A Great Britain surfing event in Caithness was postponed after female competitors, one of them aged 15, were allegedly verbally abused by a group of surfers not involved in the competition. Well, for more information on all of these stories, you can just simply scan the QR code on your screen. Now it'll take you straight to the BBC Scotland News app. There is more for you there, including the landmark Glasgow Cinema, which is to reopen next year. Now, beavers have been legally reintroduced to a number of locations in Scotland in recent years, and now there is another. A family of 7 beavers has been released in the North West Highlands in Glenafric. It comes 400 years after their extinction in the area. There's been some opposition to all of this. They're sometimes blamed for damaging farmland. But earlier I spoke to the man who led the campaign to reintroduce the animals, Steve Micklewright. He's from the rewilding charity Trees for Life, and I asked him why it took 3 years to get them to Glenafric. Steve Micklewright, thank you very much for joining us. I'm sure we'll be back chatting to you. Still to come, we will see how the weather is looking with Christopher. But before that, it is sport time with Lewis. And Lewis, it's a very good time to be a Hearts fan, isn't it? Dola Penguin.
That's correct as well.
If that doesn't make you... Thank you very much, Lewis, as always. Well, before we go, Halloween is fast approaching. This weekend, many of us will be dressing up and going... Well, yes, it was very miserable last night. Rain teeming down in many places. What's that actually going to look like for going out guising, though, Christopher? Is it getting better this week?
Not really. We will do a proper guising forecast later in the week, but unsettle, prepare for everything, which is always good advice, isn't it, for Scottish weather. But today we had some lovely autumnal sunshine around.
I've learned by now, Christopher, just to trust you when you say plan for everything, because we really are getting all this week.
It's good advice, I would say.
It is. Thank you very much. And thanks to you for joining us. That is all from the News at 7 team on the programme. We'll be back same time, same place tomorrow. Whatever you're doing, enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye-bye.